What's a superstition in your family that started because of one specific event? My family literally freaks out if anyone looks in a mirror at night, and it's completely taken over our lives, but none of us ever talk about why. Growing up, my house was like a horror movie after sunset because my mom would cover every single reflective surface with blanket sheets, anything she could find. Mirrors, windows, the microwave door, the TV screen, all of it gone after dark. I thought everyone lived like this until I went to my first sleepover at 11 and saw Julie just casually brushing her hair in front of her bedroom mirror at like 10 p.m. I nearly had a panic attack on the spot. The rule was simple. No looking in mirrors after sunset. Period. If you did something awful would happen to someone you love. Not to you, but to someone you care about, which honestly is way worse. My mom would check every room before bed, yanking down anything reflective like she was possessed. She'd scream if she caught me anywhere near a mirror after dark. I broke the rule once when I was 13. I was at that age where you're testing boundaries and stuff, and I'd started wondering if this was just some weird control thing. So one night when mom was working late, I deliberately stood in front of the bathroom mirror after sunset. Just stood there staring at myself, heart pounding like crazy, waiting for something to happen. Nothing did, obviously, because it's a stupid superstition, right? The next morning, my little brother Robert fell down the stairs and broke his arm in 2 places. I know logically it's just coincidence, but the timing fucked me up so bad. I never told anyone it was my fault, but I've never broken the mirror rule since. Never. Not even when I went to college, not even when I moved in with my boyfriend Nolan 3 years ago. The first time Nolan saw me covering our bathroom mirror before bed, he thought I was insane. He laughed about it like it was cute or whatever, but after a few months it started to really bother him. He'd get so frustrated saying, "How can you believe this nonsense? You're a grown woman with a degree." But I couldn't stop. I'd have nightmares about someone I loved dying because I looked in a mirror at night. We'd fight about it constantly. He tried doing this whole exposure therapy thing once where he physically tried to make me look in our bedroom mirror after sunset. I completely lost it, screaming, crying, having a full breakdown. He never tried again after that, but I could tell he was starting to see me differently. Like maybe I had actual mental problems or something. Last year he told his friends I was too crazy to live with, that I had some weird mirrorphobia that made no sense. He wasn't wrong, but it still hurt. I tried to research family superstitions online looking for anything similar. I'd ask relatives at family gatherings trying to be casual, but everyone would just get this weird look and change the subject. At one point I started thinking, maybe something really bad happened to my mom, like assault or something involving a mirror, and that was why nobody would talk about it. The secrecy made it feel so much worse than it probably was. Like my imagination went to really dark places. I started having these recurring nightmares where I'd be standing in front of a mirror in the dark, and something terrible would be happening behind me, but I couldn't turn around to help. I'd wake up screaming, drenched in sweat. Nolan would hold me asking what was wrong, but I couldn't even explain it to him. How do you explain a fear that has no reason? For my 25th birthday last year, I decided I was done with not knowing. I was going to get answers no matter what. I planned to confront my mom directly. Demand she tell me the truth even if it was painful. I deserved to know why this strange rule had controlled my entire life, why I still wake up in cold sweats checking that my bathroom mirror is covered. But I never got the chance to confront her because my grandma fell ill suddenly and had to move in with us after her stroke. She needed constant care, and the timing just never felt right to start a big dramatic confrontation about family secrets. Grandma had good days and bad days. Sometimes she'd be completely lucid. Other times she'd get all confused, mixing up names and events. One afternoon while mom was at the pharmacy, grandma kept getting all these memories mixed up, talking about events that didn't make sense. Then she handed me this faded picture of a little girl I didn't recognize. "That's your Aunt Alina," she said. "Your mother's twin." I froze because mom never mentioned having a twin. Ever. Grandma just kept talking, not realizing she was telling me something completely new. She told me how they were identical, how they used to play tricks on everyone, how they were inseparable until the accident when they were 8. Apparently they were playing this game they made up called Mirror Sisters, where they'd stand on opposite sides of mom's vanity mirror in the dark with just a candle and pretend they were each other's reflection. They'd been told not to play with candles, obviously, but they were kids being stupid. Alina accidentally knocked over the candle, and her nightgown caught fire. She died from the burns 3 days later. My mom was right there watching her own reflection burn. She couldn't save her. Grandma said mom hasn't looked in a mirror after dark since that day. She believes if you look in mirrors at night, you might see something awful happen to someone